The Covert Instruments tubular lockpick uses a process called impressioning to open tubular locks. With a successful open, it not only decodes, but can be used in place of the lock's original key. Included with the tubular pick is a parts bag containing a hex wrench and knife tool, as well as extra O-rings, tension rods, picking tips, and a spare washer. Before you get started, in between each impressioning attempt, you'll need to reset the picking tips. To do this, loosen the compression collar and push on the washer to move the picking tips past the end of the tool. Zero the tool by pushing down on a flat surface, then retighten the compression collar. Align the tensioning rod with the notch at the top of the keyway and use a combination of pushing and turning to impression the lock. Experiment with different combinations of movement while adjusting the compression collar until you get the lock open. After a few attempts, inspect the tips. If they have been pushed up a uniform amount, your compression collar is too loose. If none have moved, you may be using too much compression. Most find it easier to start with heavy compression and loosen the collar between attempts. Keep doing this until you notice the picks start to move. If you're having trouble getting enough starting compression, you can add an extra O-ring. You'll need to remove the compression collar to do this. Once you find the compression sweet spot, the lock should open with several back and forth rotations. With the lock open, tighten down the compression collar to secure the tips in place. The tubular lockpick can now be used in place of the lock's original key. To convert the pick from a 7 to 8 pin configuration, loosen the set screw using the included hex wrench and remove the handle. Remove the compression collar and spacer as well, and use the included knife tool to poke out the tension rod. If the tool has experienced heavy use, you may need a pair of needle nose pliers to extract the tension rod. Place the tension rod into the other hole. You'll notice the 8-pin hole is positioned in an angle, whereas the 7-pin hole is on a flat side. Replace the compression collar and handle. If it's your first time, you may get excited and pull out a little too early, resulting in a partially finished job looking something like this. You should be able to tighten the compression collar, reinsert the tool, and finish the job. Otherwise, reset the tool and finish picking the lock.